I think this is a CPO's hardest issue is how do I prioritize my resources? And first, it's about also do I build or buy? And some of you are at smaller companies where it's not a question yet, but as you get bigger, do you supercharge your innovation through buying? Rubrik just bought Laminar. Annika just came back from a visit to in Israel to visit the team for the first time. So if she's a little jet lagged, forgive her. What was that decision-making process like? How did you decide that this was an area you wanted to buy instead of build?
So I would say the journey to acquire Laminar, which is a cloud data security company, started about a year ago for us. And what we realized at Rubrik is that we were not making, we service customers that have data that sits on-premise, in the cloud, and across SaaS apps. But a lot of our DNA has come from the on-prem world. And so we looked at ourselves a year ago and we said, hey, if we truly want to achieve this vision of being able to secure data across all of the areas where data lives, what's standing in the way of us accelerating in the cloud? And we saw this opportunity to say, hey, can we acquire a company that's going to bring in the right DNA, that's going to bring in complementary capabilities, and actually then accelerate that path? And then we went down this path of really exploring all those companies. And we did have a focused set of capabilities that we were looking for, and we knew there were a bunch of startups in an emerging market that were starting to solve these problems. So we actually went and talked to pretty much every single company in the space. We talked to our VC partners like IVP who had done research into this space, and we got really familiar with who were the companies, what was out there, what were the technical capabilities, how would this fit into our portfolio, and we developed a really strong point of view. And from there, we went and actually met teams and found a target where the architecture was going to be complementary, where the culture was really strong, where we thought the product was really strong and had good initial traction or had good bones that we could build off of. And the biggest gap that they had was actually a lack of go-to-market skill. And that was something that we knew could be complementary that we could bring that we were really good at incubating new products within our portfolio, and that we could bring that expertise and accelerate our joint vision together.
Very impressively methodical.